What is going on? Welcome to Greggles TV. This video is all about this, which is HP's EliteBook 8. It's a 16-inch. It's got a crazy name, which is a HP EliteBook 8 G1a 16-inch notebook AI PC. And I'm gonna tell you about it, tell you what I like, what I don't like about it, so let's get into the video. So this laptop weighs about 3.7, 3.8 pounds. So it's kind of lightweight, kind of not. And that's really the motto of this review slash video, is that a lot of this kind of feels middle of the road. Now, on the side here, which is the right side, you get the Kensington lock, you get a USB-C and USB port. You get nothing on the front. You do get two USB-Cs, you get a headphone jack, and you get an HDMI port as well on the left side. One thing I really like about the display is it is matte. It's not shiny. Now you can see a little bit of reflection from my light, but you're always gonna get that on a matte display regardless, but it's matte. So if you love matte displays, which I actually do, it's really nice in terms of that. Now the display itself is 400 nits. So this isn't gonna be a laptop you're gonna be like, yeah, let's bring this thing outside and do some work. I wanna do some real work on that. It's not going to happen. It's just not bright enough. But in an indoor environment, completely fine. Overall, the keyboard, I actually do like typing on it. It's very comfortable to type on, no problems with that keyboard at all. Also, I love that it has a fingerprint sensor that you can add on to it when you're customizing the PC. So this works really well when you need to use it. And the trackpad, also no real issues or anything with it. Is it my favorite trackpad? Probably not. It's not bad though. I haven't had any issues with gestures or anything like that. It works fine. Now the display is 16 by 10 aspect ratio. It's a 1080p display. Man, OLED always looks better. Like they sent me an OmniBook, which was amazing. It's still hard to get over that OmniBook. That display is gorge. Really, really great looking display overall. Now, like I said, it is a 1080p display, but here's a 4K video. The screen looks absolutely fine. It has good viewing angles. So if you want to view it from the side, it's completely fine. Again, it's not the best looking display I've had. It's kind of mid-range and it's only 1080p, but in terms of like the quality of it, it looks good. Here's a Geekbench score on here, 17,560 for the GPU. Not really that impressive, but you can light game, which I'll show you that in a moment. Here's the single core and multi-core scores, 1461 and 8015. Really not that impressive, but again, it's fine enough to get some work done. And remember, this is a business laptop. This isn't like a multimedia machine. So, doing spreadsheet work and office type work is gonna be completely fine with this. Here's the speakers right here, so you can get an idea, and the volume is maxed out. My microphone probably won't do it justice, but I'll just play it real quick. Speakers for me are just okay. They're not terrible. They're not great. Somewhere lying in the middle, maybe a little above average. The bass is, again, just kind of adequate. The volume is adequate. I'd give it, if I give it a score, I'd probably give it a 6 out of 10. Now this is just Roblox, but I wanted to show you, I have the graphics all the way up on here. I turned them from manual mode into manual mode, I should say, so I could turn the graphics all the way up. And games like this, it's gonna have no problem at all running. So if you're like a cozy gamer, you're gonna be able to play fine on here. Now, you're gonna get up to 16 hours of battery life. Not so much obviously with gaming, but with, light tasks and stuff like that. But, just be forewarned, it might be a little less, obviously, but you can get up to about 16 hours of battery life on here. Also, if you're into 2D type games, this is Super Meat Boy. I don't generally play these games on a keyboard and mouse. I usually use a controller, but it kind of gives you an idea what these games kind of look like and if you could play them. And I can't even control the graphics on here because they're so low. But again, light gaming, all that kind of stuff will play. I've tried to play Fortnite on here, and it's hard to play on here for sure. It has a tough time with a game like Fortnite. Taking a look at the installed apps on here, there's actually not that many when you look on here. It's really just the Microsoft type apps and some apps that I installed, such as Chrome and Geekbench, and then there's a bunch of HP apps on here. Wolf Security and their PC hardware diagnostics and documentation and their AI companion, which their AI companion, I don't know, it's a little bit, I tried like creating the image on here, which that's usually what I do. I'll create images or get ideas. I would probably just stick to ChatGPT or the built-in Copilot on here, which you do have a Copilot button, so you can press Copilot and bring up AI that way as well on here. And you can see, can I help you just keep? So kind of cool. So final verdict on this laptop. So I'll be honest with you, I was actually pretty surprised that it cost about $2,000, and obviously you can make it a little bit more expensive if you customize it, you know, with higher specs. But I was still pretty surprised by that. This is, at least in my eyes, it's a good solid laptop, but it's kind of mid-tier to me. It has a 1080p display, but the display looks good, don't get me wrong, and I like that it's matte. The keyboard is nice, has a fingerprint sensor, the trackpad is fine. The speakers are adequate, you know, mid-range, nothing great. The port selection is good and perfect for what I like. I like a lot of USB-C, and this has 3 of those. I would have liked to see this have like a memory card reader or something like that. But again, this is more of a business laptop. So for someone that's doing business, it's relatively light, not super light. The fans will turn on a heavy load. But otherwise, yeah, I mean, for someone like me, a content creator, I personally wouldn't get this one, but if you're looking for a laptop that has a matte display, is fairly quick, but definitely not, you know, at the top end of everything, that has a solid keyboard, it's backlit, the speakers are okay, the software isn't loaded with a lot of junkware. Yeah, I think, you know, check it out. So I'll link it down below. If you have any questions, leave them down below in the comments as well, and we'll see you guys down the road. Peace.